All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut this one a little bit short because I fucked myself on time today, and here we are. It's 7:31. I need to go to sleep, but we got to do a podcast, so here we go. What I'm going to do today, I just had this idea. I'm going to do a Q&A, and I have nobody asking me questions, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to have ChatGPT help me out here. So I'm going to go to ChatGPT here. Got an account all set up here. So all I'm going to say is a little bit about myself. So this is what I'm going to feed it right here. Okay, let's go. I am an aspiring young man with massive ambition. I have competed in a bodybuilding show. I love fitness. I love personal development and learning. I like Lamborghinis. Ask me 10 questions ask me 10 questions I could use for a Q&A podcast episode of my podcast that has 0 listeners. Okay, let's see what questions we get. Okay. These questions suck ass. We're going to read them anyway. I don't give a fuck, dude. This is the episode. This is going to be a funny one, I guess. Hopefully my answers actually have some value in them. But all right. So absolutely, here are 10 questions that can make an engaging Q&A podcast episode. So the first one is fitness journey. Can you share a pivotal moment in your fitness journey that led you to compete in a bodybuilding show? Well, the whole reason why I competed in a show anyway was because I wanted to compete in the teen division, and I had to do that before I turned 20 years old. And so the show that I prepared for was June 11th in 2017. And that was a month before I turned 20. So that was the whole reason why I competed in the show. And I ended up winning the teen division, and I took placings in other categories, but I've said that in other shows. But that was the whole reason why I competed in that show, actually. So can you share the pivotal moments in your fitness journey? I think I was also really inspired by the guys that looked incredible. People like Stephen Cow, Ryan Terry. Who else? Jeff Side back then. And so I wanted to look that way. Was really naive. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to fucking compete. So that was that. So pivotal moments that led me to compete. Yeah, and I just wanted to be jacked and look good and attract the women. But I later found out that women don't like that, and they like dad bods who are unhealthy and look and smell like shit. So I guess I'm going to be single. It is what it is. So now question number 2, training and nutrition. What's your go-to workout routine, and how do you maintain a disciplined approach to nutrition in your busy lifestyle? What's your go-to workout routine? Dude, okay, so usually what I do and what I've always done is I program my shit in chunks of 4 weeks. Those 4 weeks, I keep all the exercises the same, but I change the reps and the sets, and I change the intensity technique. So that would be rest pause or drop set or supersets or strip set, just any kind of intensity technique that ups the intensity. So that's what I do in 4-week chunks. So for example, a chest workout at the moment for me, as I'm starting with incline bench press, and then I'll go incline dumbbell press, and then I'll go flat dumbbell press, and then I might do low cables, or I might do the chest fly machine. And I actually think I need to make a new 4-week chunk. I've kind of been lazy with that lately. I've just been going to the gym, getting my 45-minute workout in, and as soon as I finish that exercise, whether that takes me to 50 minutes or 55 minutes, that's when I dip. So, and that's usually the workout routine. And maybe I'll have to make some series about my nutrition and training and shit, and go more in depth with all that stuff. And then the second part of that question is, how do you maintain a disciplined approach to nutrition in your busy life? So I am very fortunate at the moment, and actually have most of my meals cooked and prepared for me. And so that plays a huge role, But when I was living by myself, how I did that then was every Sunday and sometimes during middle of the week, I would just go and buy some groceries, and then I would cook everything. And then I prepare meals and just be set for the week. And then that was it. I mean, I prepped everything. I would buy a lot of things that were good to go, such as Cliff Bars or bagels, where I could just put them in a baggie and go. I'd make a lot of PB&Js or PB and Honeys, just shit like that. And so being prepared is the key there for sure. Okay, next question. How has your passion for personal development influenced your approach to fitness and life in general? So why are these all fucking fitness related, bro? Shouldn't have worded it that way. All right, I'm going to actually reframe the questions here. Do it again, but take half of the fitness shit out of here. Okay, what we got here? Passion for personal development. So I'm only going to answer... we'll answer them all. Who gives a shit? Okay. Certainly, here's a more diverse set of questions with less emphasis on fitness. So passion for personal development. What sparked your interest in personal development, and how has it influenced your approach to various aspects? Dude, fucking make the questions simpler. Make these questions simpler. Damn, I just want some, hey, so why'd you start? Why'd you end? How big's your wiener? Just kidding. So, interest in growth. What interests or hobbies have played a big role in personal growth? What interests or hobbies played a What interests or hobbies have played a big role in your personal growth? I guess fitness, man. It's funny that we're coming back to that shit, even though I just told this goddamn thing to take it out. But yeah, dude, weightlifting and trying to be better and getting bigger muscles and stronger, that definitely taught me a lot about personal growth, because it literally is growth, and some other hobbies or interests, I guess just being the best version of myself. And that's so cliche and corny as fuck to say, but I don't know. I think I realized younger that a lot of who I was surrounding myself with didn't have big goals. They didn't want to do shit in life. And I would look up, and I think that's when I got introduced to the entrepreneurship scene online with Gary Vaynerchuk, and my friend Easton Krema, who's no longer with us. He introduced me to Andy Frisella and the MFCEO project, and that's how I learned about Andy, actually. So pretty sick. So it's because of him that I you could channel everything back, but you could say that because of my friend Easton, I am where I am today. So miss you, man. If you're listening to this up there, then love and miss you, dude. And you really changed a lot of what I'm doing down here. So I appreciate your influence, man. So those are the kind of friends I need in my life, dude. People who are going to share this type of shit with me and make me grow. So I guess that answers the first question. So question number 2, life moments. Can you share a couple of moments in your life that really shaped who you are? Yeah, I'm not going to go into depth on this one because I talked about it in 2 episodes ago, I think. Loneliness, Depressing Life, and The Cure. Episode 21. So I talked about me being in Colorado, and there was a moment where I felt completely alone, and I knew that I was on the wrong life path. And so I made a change. I moved back here, and my life has been kick-ass ever since. So what's another moment? Really shaped who I am. Another moment? I don't think moments shape you. I think phases in your life shape you. I'm not really sure how to answer that. A couple more moments in your life. A couple of moments. Yeah, I'm just going to say go back and listen to episode 21. That one was a tough one. So question number 3, balancing goals. How do you balance big goals with everyday life, and what helps you stay focused? Dude, so balance. Yeah, so my balance is skewed toward the big goals. I don't have a desire for the friendships and the girls and all that fun shit at the moment. Yes, I would love to be able to go and do all that now, but what is making me happy as fuck in life right now is doing this hard shit and getting things done and really just winning the day every single day. I mean, I've won 93% of all my days in the last 110 days or so, and that's a high percentage for me because it's been maybe 2%, 1%, not even a full percent, And so this is huge, This is fucking awesome. So how do I balance big goals with everyday life? I put a lot more emphasis and priority over all the other shit that I don't care about that society tells me I should, such as friends and fun things and parties and drinking and dating and all this shit. And I'm not interested in that right now. I want to build something, and that's what I'm doing. And what helps me stay focused? dude, I don't know. It just makes me happy. So, I don't know. It's really easy to stay focused when you're happy, right? So, yeah. Beyond fitness, what's an achievement that you're really proud of and why? 75 hard, man. 75 hard by far, because that was so hard for me to complete. And I completed it. And now I'm 7 days out from completing phase 1, which is crazy. So I'm very proud of that for sure. Very proud of 75 hard. And we'll just not count that one because it's pretty much what the podcast is about. What's an achievement you're really proud of and why? What's another one? Another achievement that I'm proud of and why? All right, this is for the nerds out there, but dude, in RuneScape, I finally maxed out my account. All 99s. Not all 120s yet, but all 99s. Did some bossing, got a lot of money, almost had $1 billion GP. So, fuck yeah, dude, I'm proud of that. My childhood dream, and I did it, dude. I think I can get my 15-year vet cape now, so that's cool. All right, what made you start a podcast, and how does it fit into your interests? Well, I'm so glad you asked, ChatGPT. So, the reason I'm starting this podcast right now for the first 100 episodes is to familiarize myself and gain confidence in myself, gain momentum with all this, and just get the reps in with starting a podcast and talking and getting shit out there. That's why I started it. I want to make it serve as a reminder and as proof that you can start anything you want in life right now. All you have to do is just make that commitment to start and stay with it. Because here we are on episode 26, dude. We made it past the first quarter. It's quarter number 2. And we're going to go 26 through 50. That'll be quarter 2. And, obviously halftime, 51 through 75. You get it. So how does it fit into my interests? Well, I guess my interests right now are personal growth and building an empire. But you can't build an empire unless you start laying bricks down to build a little fence around the door. So I don't know. That's what we're working on right now. So how does it fit into my interests? Well, I want to build something here. I want to get myself out there. I want people to be able to listen and understand who I am and what I'm about and what I believe in and the standards that I have and how that translates into the product that someone might buy. So, I've been 100% myself on every single podcast episode of this show so far, and I there's a few things that I have actually said that I'm embarrassed to say, and I might think people might judge me or think I'm weird, but dude, at the end of the day, fuck, man, I am who I am, and it's so liberating being able to be that and share that and not have to worry about anything. It's also a lot easier when you have 0 listeners and no feedback in that regard, but I'm sure it'll come. I've said a lot of shit that I'm sure people will be like, hey, what the fuck? You can't say that, so who gives a fuck? We'll see when we get there. If you could achieve any dream, what would it be and how are you working towards it? That's a good question, dude. Thank you for asking, ChatGPT. If I could achieve any dream, what would it be and how are you working towards it? Dude, oh man, one of my ultimate dreams right now is to take my grandpa to a Jazz or Laker game or a Celtic game because he's a Celtic fan now. Sit courtside and watch them play. And that's it. That's one of my biggest dreams. I'm running out of time with my grandpa, and it's a sad thought. It's reality. It is what it is. It's life. And I'm just trying to be more appreciative and be more aware of, I guess, our lives, So I'm not going to be here forever, nor is he. And I could go before him. You never know. But one of my biggest goals in life is to take him to a courtside Laker-Celtic game or Laker-Jazz game or something and have that experience with him because he is such an incredible man and my role model in my life and just such a great example for my family. And I don't know, I wouldn't be who I am without him for sure. Again, it's one of those cliche, corny things to say, but I mean it with every fiber of my being. So, Grandpa, if you're listening to the show, I love you to death. And I need you to stick around for quite some time because I got some big plans in the future. So, hang in there, at least until I get my firstborn son, and you'll find out why. So, love you. How am I working towards it? Well, I guess what I'm doing now, I'm putting a lot of risk, I guess, out there, and I'm pushing for achieving my dreams that just so happen to make a lot of money, and I'm just one step at a time. This podcast right now is doing me no favors towards getting there financially, but it's getting the reps in, it's getting me comfortable, it's getting me a little bit more confident. So So I'm already working towards it, man. So that's a good feeling. Knowing that I'm already getting reps in and I'm already kind of walking in the right direction, that's a good feeling. So that's how I'm working towards it. So switching pace here. You love Lamborghinis. Is there a specific one you dream of owning? And what do you like about luxury cars? Okay, so here's the thing about cars for me. So I don't give a fuck about cars. I'm not a mechanic. I don't really know much about them, period. I've changed my oil. I've changed my cousin's oil once, never changed my own. I don't know shit about tools. I don't know anything about cars at all. I don't give a fuck about them. And as far as the visual appeal, all cars to me are the exact same. They're all a car and they mean nothing and they look like a fucking car. Everything except cars like Ferraris, McLarens, Lamborghinis. I'm going to butcher this because I don't know, but Koenigsegg's, Bugattis, Pinatti. I don't know how to say that shit. Those types of cars that have a look to them, those are exotic cars, and those are the cars I like. So cars like a BMW or a Rolls Royce or a Bentley or a Mercedes, all that shit to me is a car, and I don't want that shit. It looks like a car to me, and it doesn't show anything. I don't give a fuck about that stuff. So any kind of truck, any kind of nice, I don't know. I don't even know what's nice, dude. That to me is just a normal ass car. So if I see just a normal looking Maserati, or if I see a normal, dude, just like a Cadillac, an Escalade, to me, all the fucking car, it just looks like a car. I don't see anything good about them. Or I don't see anything appealing to them visually. It just looks like a car. But a Lamborghini, there's no other car that looks like a Lamborghini. It is a Lamborghini. And then you have a McLaren, a Ferrari, a Bugatti. Those cars are themselves. Nothing looks like those. So those, for me, that's what I like, and that's what I'm after. And it just so happens that all these cars cost $500,000. So, bummer that I got the itch and the craving for luxury cars because they cost $500,000. And at the current pace that I'm at, I would make that amount of money in 10 years. But I'm not going to save that much money. I mean, that's how much I'd make, But anyway, is there one specific you dream of owning? Yeah, so right now it's an Aventador SVJ. But the more I look at other models, I'm not sure. The Aventador looks so fucking crisp, dude. A yellow one, it'd be sick. But who knows? I like the idea of getting a very common color, such as white or even a silver, but making I think they're called calipers. I don't know. Car guys make fun of me. I don't fucking know. The shit that's behind the rim, you can make it colored. Imagine a white Lambo with orange calipers or something with a little bit grayed out rims. That's fucking sick to me, dude. So that's where the car shit comes from. And what do I like about luxury cars? Nobody has them. They're not common at all. And when people see them, they freak the fuck out because I sure as hell do. So that's I like that, dude. It also just screams success. It screams, hey, I worked my ass off. It screams so much about a person, dude. And I want that for myself. So, can you share a tough time you faced and how you got through it? Tough time that I faced. Dude, so I went through a nasty breakup a couple years ago, and it was such a hard one for me personally, even though I caused it all, and even though I'm the reason for it all. It still hurt, though. It still hurt like hell, and that was a really tough thing for me. And despite causing it all and making it messier than it should have been, that was all my fault. How I got through it, I literally got a notebook, and I wrote it down. I think I still have the notebook, but I wrote in Sharpie marker, I put on there in big bold letters, they will not overcome me, I will overcome them. Oh, what was it? I am stronger, I will get through this, or something like that. And I put it up on my little drawers or something where I could see it every day. And I remember waking up depressed as fuck, feeling that way anyway. And I remember looking at that and I was like, they will not overcome me, I will overcome them, And I don't even know who the fuck them was. I don't know who that was, but I just got through it that way. I just kept a constant reminder that I'm strong as fuck and I'll make it through. And I did make it through. And I'm happy as fuck. Now look at me, dude. So if you're going through a hard time, just remember, it'll end. You just got to get through it, and you got to remind yourself of good shit. You got to remind yourself how badass you are. So It was a tough time for me. It was a very tough one. It lasted way too long, but I learned a lot from it. So, blessing in disguise, you know. All right, how do you keep learning? And are there any favorite books or podcasts that influenced you? How do I keep learning? Dude, how do I keep learning? So, my first answer would be to put yourself in positions of growth where you don't know shit and where you're faced with not knowing anything, being the dumbest person in a room, the smallest person in a room, the least experienced person in a room. That's how you learn, because everybody around you is going to be more of whatever it is than you. So you can always ask questions and learn. The moment that you are the biggest in the room, the smartest in the room, I think that's when you're just in the wrong room. You're in the wrong environment for growth, that is. And I don't really have anything to compare that to in my life, because I'm kind of a loner at the moment. So I'm not even in a room. I'm just walking down the hall trying to find my room. Damn, that was a good one, huh? Are there any favorite books or podcasts that influence you? Favorite books? Yeah, the Think and Grow Rich. I just finished that a couple weeks ago. That was a really good one. Changed a lot of how I saw things. So one thing that got me, dude, I'm going to share this. So there's only two things in this world, in this universe. It's matter and energy. Everything is made up of matter, energy, and voice cracks. And when you die, nothing changes. The matter of your body is there. The energy of your body, I guess, is there. So what is consciousness? Where does that go if it's energy? So you don't die. So where does the matter and energy of you go? So the matter stays, but the energy must go somewhere, right? Because everything in the universe is of matter and energy. Nothing, matter and energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So everything that is here is, you know, and it is what it is. So it's just one of those things. And I think you learn that in science class in second grade, but it didn't click with me. So when you put out thoughts and energy and vibrations and corny fucking shit like that out into the universe, does it attract stuff and bring it to you? It's interesting to think about. When you think about it in the context of energy and matter, which is just science fact. So, yeah. And then podcasts that influence me, Real AF and MFCEO Project, What the Fitness, Elaine Norton, Chris D'Elia, congratulations. Not really a fan of many podcasts, dude. Huberman Lab podcast for sure. What else we got? Lately, it's been Ryan Daniel Moran podcast. Yeah, the main one's just being Andy Frisella, dude. That incredible guy, dude. I would love to shake that fucking man's hand and just tell him thank you, dude. Andy, if you're listening, I appreciate you. All right. It looks like we have one final question here. Connecting with listeners. Even with a small audience, how do you want to connect with your listeners? And what kind of community do you hope to build? Why are they asking me 10 questions in one, dude? Okay, so even with a small audience, how do you want to connect with your listeners? Dude, if I could just share my life experience and maybe tell a funny story here and tell something that's going to bring value, and then share how I'm going to go about doing it, and then check back in with it, with whatever I'm doing later with somebody, that'd be fucking sick, dude. And have somebody out there who's going through a similar thing be able to connect with me and relate, that's badass, dude. I would love to be able to do that. I would love to have that kind of relationship with people around the world who think what I have to say is important. So I would love to develop that kind of relationship and build that community of people. And the type of community that I want to build would be people who want to build shit in this world, who have massive ambition. And I would want people to feel not alone how I feel, because I feel completely isolated from everybody else, because nobody else thinks like I do. And it's frustrating a lot of the time, because as much as I would love to sit down and shoot the shit with somebody, I just want to go somewhere, and I want to be someone for myself, my future family, my wife, my kids, you know. And I'm not going to be doing that, just drinking beers every Friday night and Saturday and doing all that shit. So I want to find people who are winners, who have that drive and that ambition, and I want to surround myself with them. So if I can be the magnet that brings everybody together and we're all in a group together and We can host events and make shit happen together as a group. That's the kind of community I'd want to build. I'd want everybody under supporting me, I should say, not under me. Everybody that's in support of me and what I do to have that similar mentality and to be a go-getter and a dreamer, a visionary, and get some shit going. So that's the kind of community I want to build. And I hope that by me documenting everything like this and pretty much putting it all on display day by day, completely transparent, being vulnerable as fuck, admitting I don't know shit, hopefully that will inspire somebody to start their own thing. And hopefully that by them doing their thing, that inspires another 1,000 people. And then a domino effect goes on, and before you know it, millions of people are part of this movement. So what is the movement? I don't know. So those are the questions ChatGPT asked me. So feel free to adjust these to fit your style and make them even simpler if you need to like with your podcast. Oh, dude, ChatGPT, I'm going to say thank you. And ChatGPT says, you're welcome. If you have any more questions or any further assistance, feel free to ask. Best of luck with your podcast and all your endeavors. All right. We're going to do this. I need a takeaway for this episode. Give me something of value. See what they say. Here's a valuable takeaway for your podcast. Remember, personal growth is a journey, not a destination. Fuck, dude, sounds like Kobe. Embrace the challenges, celebrate the victories, and stay committed to continuous learning. Whether it's in your fitness journey, your podcasting endeavors, or pursuing your dreams, the small steps you take today contribute to the person you become tomorrow. Embrace your passions, stay resilient in the face of setbacks, and I like adversity better, but it says setbacks, and build a community that supports and uplifts you on your journey. Every experience, every lesson, and every effort is a building block in the construction of your most authentic and fulfilling life. Keep striving, keep growing, and most importantly, enjoy the process. God damn, dude. ChatGPT's on fire, dude. Dude, I wish I came with that on my own. God damn it. Every experience, every lesson, and every effort is a building block in the construction of your most authentic and fulfilling life. Damn, dude. Every experience, every lesson, and every effort is a building block in the construction of your most authentic and fulfilling life. Dude, why couldn't I have come up with that shit? Fuck, that's good. All right, guys, that's the show. That's the show. So there's me not being prepared, fucking my ass on time today, and having to figure something out last minute. So that's what we did, Q&A with ChatGPT. So maybe we'll, until I actually get questions from real people, maybe we'll make this a weekly thing. Because this is kind of interesting. It made me think a little bit differently about things. Makes me want to actually do a little bit more fitness shit. I haven't done that at all. It's interesting, dude. See, trying new things. I didn't want to necessarily do this. I thought it would be kind of corny, but I actually learned a lot from this. Holy shit, I gotta find it, actually. I gotta find it. Hold on. Give me 1 second. It's in my book. Hold on. I don't know if I can find it in enough time. I don't want to make you guys wait here. There's a quote from Ryan Daniel Moran. And let's see, 20 years formula. Tim Ferriss said it. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see. Okay, I'm actually going to Google it real quick, and I'm going to end the show. Tim Ferriss, who we become in the process. It's a pursuit quote. Tim Ferriss. Oh, damn, dude. I want to find this for you guys. I don't know. I'll find it and I'll share it later. But anyway, guys, that's the show. Thank you so much for listening. If you have any feedback for the show, shoot me a DM on Instagram, BRQUSE. Person who knows how to pronounce that, you win. A lot of people have said some weird shit, so I'm just curious what people think it is. So anyway, guys, that's the show. I'll see you in the next one.